February 28th, 2025. When I think about how to forgive my ex, this is my thought concept. I am not going to sit and think about this person constantly. However, by being in a relationship with a person for 12 years and they were basically on my mind daily, whether it was good or bad, it's hard to not think about that person again. However, when I'm in thoughts about that person, I don't have to just think about the bad things or the things that they did to me. However, I'm not going to just sit and think about good things and just reminisce about things that were good. What I have to remember is that they are a human being just like I am a human being. And they've experienced life how life has been for them, just like I've experienced life as life has been for me. In general, every person on this earth is going to experience some form of pain at some time in life. That person, speaking of the ex, just chose to react to their pain by sinning against me. I chose to respond to my pain by looking inwardly at me and choosing not to sin against me, but to have compassion for myself during the times of mistreatment and confusion and unfairness, or whatever other emotions come with any type of mistreatment or betrayal or whatever that may be. But in essence, me forgiving that person is not saying that what they did is okay. It's just saying that their response to something that had nothing to do with me was not okay, but it is still a human reaction. It's just that their reaction and their response and their behavior towards themselves actually affected me, whether it be intention or unintentional or immaturity or just not knowing or not caring. Yes, people are not to be, um, it can't be passed over about how a person acts towards me, but I can still have some sense of compassion for them because they don't have the tools that they need to heal themselves. And they choose not to get the tools, ask for the tools, accept the tools to do that. I have a more intelligent concept on life, concept on myself, and I choose to heal myself because there's something that hurt me in my past that caused me to accept or even receive the mistreatment from another person for however long it went on. And so when I look at myself, it's what is it that you need? What is it that you need to do for yourself so that you will not pretend that someone else can do it for you, or you will not expect someone else to do it for you. Again, I'm not condoning being mistreated. I don't appreciate being mistreated, lied on, or any of that. However, that person unfortunately did not have the emotional maturity to self reflect and realize, hey, if I do this to this person, this is going to affect me somehow. And unfortunately that person chose to hurt themselves by hurting me, even though they thought that they were hurting me. I don't know what they expected to get out of that, but unfortunately it's probably something that ricocheted back to them. Myself, I'm self reflecting so that I am not hurting someone that is going to eventually cause harm to myself some way. So I want to be putting good things out so that good things come back to me. And that's not to say that I'm going to go ahead and just completely reconcile with someone or tell them that it's okay that they mistreated me and console them and all of that. That is not my idea of forgiveness. If that's what someone feels is forgiveness, then okay, I'm not there. I'm not at that point of it. But I am at the forgiveness as far as understanding that this is a very hurt person that does not know how to handle their pain. And it's been pain compounded with more pain, compounded with more pain. And because they continuously do not self reflect, do not actually sit in the pain to figure out why it hurts, what's causing the hurt, how to remove the hurt, or how to redirect the pain in a positive way, or how to perceive whatever is hurting them in a different way that may be more digestible and able for them to get a grasp on. They continue to hurt themselves, and through hurting themselves it is hurting other people. And for that, I can forgive that person as far as having some sense of compassion for them. It's unfortunate that they were not in the capacity or space to have this calm, emotional or emotionless conversation to really speak about what's wrong outside of me that's causing friction in our relationship. Um, I would have liked to be able to have mature conversations and be vulnerable and share my my thoughts and my own pains with them. Not for them to fix it, but just to have a ear of compassion for myself. But that person did indicate that they were not in a space to consider any any past pains or feelings that I had about anything. And that was sad for me during that relationship. But since being without that person, I've realized that I actually have everything I need within me. Not to say that I don't like companionship, but I have what I need and I will supply my own needs going forward.